What's up everyone, it's me, Kaius with a K, still staring in astonishment at the number that sits beneath my name. 1,000. That's a lot of people. When I first got that number and I was talking with my fellow FaceTubers, I kinda passed it off as not that big and I proceeded to get my ass whooped. And rightfully so. So I'm not going to be modest about it anymore. I should be proud of what I've achieved in the small amount of time that I've been doing mobile gaming related content. So first of all, I really want to thank everyone for the support, for subscribing, for just sharing the content, and for continuing to share the content that I make, because I wouldn't be here without everyone's help, without everyone's support. And it just means the whole goddamn world, you know, to have people that like really care about the things that you care about and to be able to share that with people. Dude, that's like dope as hell. But as promised, here's the Q&A, and if you stick around to the end, I'm gonna finally take the ALTINA out of my present box. Well, here goes. So, I don't have like a lot of questions, but I have enough talking points to get me through the video. Some of these questions are kind of samey, so for those I'll just answer them at the same time. The first batch of questions will be ones I fell under about me, and then the second batch will be ones I fell under about gacha and about my content. However, if both of those kinds of questions are in the same comment, I'll just answer them all in one go. There will be chapters for those halves and any other kinds of questions that will also get their own category if necessary, I guess. But with that said, I guess it's time to dig in. So first of all, Ghost Raider asks, I think that's how you say the name, I don't know how to say words. Any standout music, albums or standalone songs that you've listened to over the past week? I listened to a lot of music. I like Passcode, I like OTM Girls, I like Polka Dot Stingray, those are my favourite bands. Been getting really back into ska punk lately, so the Interrupters have been a big part of my playlist, and I definitely recommend you listen to the Interrupters if you like any kind of punk music, because their stuff is just fucking rad. At TJ9304 on Twitter asks, what is your favourite food? What made you start a YouTube channel? Favourite TV shows or gaming content? So I'll answer these in order, I guess. My favourite food, hard call. I like corn dogs, pasta, popcorn, things I'm probably forgetting about right now. Just, I wouldn't say I'm not a picky eater, but I'm not a picky eater, you know? And what made me start a YouTube channel? I felt like it. A big motivating factor for most of the things I do in life is that I feel like it. I'm a ride with the wind kind of person. So I just do things on a whim, and sometimes they work out. And I'm glad this is one of the things that did work out. And for my favourite TV shows or gaming content, Aggressico is obviously my favourite TV show, just of all fucking time, honestly. Like, god, I don't know if anything can top that show for me at this point. And gaming content, I watch FaceTubers a lot, which, you know, would check considering I guess I also qualify as one of those now. And I do watch a lot of live streams, lots of Dead by Daylight live streams because I'm a filthy fucking gamer, but there's fighting game streams as well. I like to watch fighting game tournaments. I like to watch my friends play fighting games. The Guilty Gear Strive beta was a lot of fun to watch people play. And speaking of fighting games, my next question is from Hero101. Congrats, Kaius with a K. Thank you. What was the first fighting game you got into? What was the game that impacted you in the first anime you saw? Well, first of all, Hero101 is a very active member of my community. I see him in my Discord server, link in the description, and around my Twitter and streams a lot, so I just want to thank him personally right now for his unending support real quick. Thank you, dude. You are a real one. As for the question, the first fighting game I got into was Street Fighter 2. My parents played it a lot, my sister played it a lot. We were a Street Fighter 2 family, and we still kind of are. We still play fighting games every week. So that keeps me on the grind, I guess. The game that impacts me, god, I don't know. I think Danganronpa V3 is probably the one that emotionally impacted me the most. But I have like the memory of a goldfish, and I'm very stupid, so I'm probably forgetting about some games. Ape Escape is definitely a game that impacted me a lot, not like in an emotional way, but still. And I guess mobile games impacted me a lot because I now run a YouTube channel for 1,000 people with mobile gaming content. The first anime I saw was Bleach. Original Bleach anime is kinda okay, I guess. I really got into anime when I watched Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, and I think a lot of people have the same kind of gateway anime, which is fine because Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is fucking dope as hell and rad. This question is from Insider2000. It is, what are some of your favourite Fire Emblem characters? I like Walt, I like Black Knight, I like Leonardo, I like basically all of the bull users you get at the start of a Fire Emblem game. I like Ferdinand, I like Elgar, I like Byleth. Fuck dude, there's too many. There's a lot of bitches in this series, like I'm gonna be here for a while. But I mean, Gallium, I guess. Yeah, let's go with Gallium for Sacred Stones. But there's a lot of Sacred Stones characters I like as well. See, I'm just gonna be here for ages if I keep going on. And there's probably some I'm forgetting about even now because there's just so many of them. Let's end on Alphonse. Alphonse is a good boy. This one is from Yara Burns on Twitter. They ask, what would you say is your dream meal? And if I can go farther, what events would have to happen to make your theoretical best day ever? Well, my dream meal, I don't know. I'm a simple-minded person. Just give me a pizza and I'm satisfied. And to make the theoretical best day ever, I think the best day ever would be if they made anime real and I could hold Haida Agretsuko's hand and kiss him on the mouth. That would be nice. That would be very nice. And that would be my best day ever, I think. At Revived Magi asks, is there a game that you really like but feel alone in the matter because nobody else even knows the game? Lots actually. I am a fucking hipster loser. So, Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax Ignition, yes, mouthful, recently got a rollback like fan mod, so I guess that's not unpopular anymore because now that any game with rollback gets a shit ton of players regardless of the quality, like just look at Fight of Animals. Anyway, in terms of mobile games, which I think is the question, like the context of the question I'm being asked, a certain Magical Index Imaginary Fest is definitely one of those games. Live a Hero, I feel like I'm not the only content creator making Live a Hero content, but I feel like I'm the only English content creator making Live a Hero content, you know? And it's the same for a certain Magical Index Imaginary Fest. I don't even make a lot of content for that game. The last mobile game I would plug is Agretsuko Puzzle, but you know, I'm biased. I like puzzle games. I like Agretsuko, and I am literally the only person making English speaking content of that game that's like, you know, gacha based and stuff. So it would be nice to have more content creators around that game. Lastly, Puchikara is like an arcade game that I'm really fucking into. It's getting a little more popular now that it's on Fightcade, which means it kind of has rollback netcode, but I still feel like not enough people play that game. It's like a childhood classic of mine. I grew up on a lot of Kusoge, I think I should mention now. I grew up on shit like the Simple series, you know, like this, like that, like Love Upper, like the kickboxing, like one-on-one, that shit. I grew up on that shit, and I also grew up on those weird budget, like Phoenix games. People are always like, my childhood was like Mario, my childhood was Zelda, my childhood was this and that. But like, I grew up on shit like The Lion and the King and whatever the fuck this one is, I don't know. Beloved Basti, I think it's short for Bastion. Anyway, who are your votes for A Hero Rises 2021? Also, what features would you like to see in gacha games you play? My votes for A Hero Rises 2021 were fucking nobody. I didn't vote because I don't like A Hero Rises and I think it's shit. The features I would like to see in gachas I play, sparking. Just add sparking to all of the gacha games. Add all of it. Just all of it. Literally every single one, even the ones I don't play. Like, just add sparking. I'm gonna make a video on why sparking is like so fucking important to have in your game. It's a video I say I've been working on for a very, very long time, but the research needed is fucking heavy duty. And I guess that leads me to my next question from Space Trip Toad. How are you able to spend so much time playing and researching not just gacha games but video games in general? Can it be a tall order at times? Very much so. So I feel like the last video I made, like the gacha games of short lifespans video, already kind of had the vibe of someone researching that a lot. But my next video, I am reading a fucking book. to research this. I am reading Free to Play Making Money from Games You Give Away by Will Luton. It is very fucking insightful. It's such an important thing to read if you're looking into how free to play games work, how gacha games work, how any kind of mobile game works, and it's very easy to digest and understandable, and the theory in it is accessible and complete, and I fucking love it. Yeah, so that kind of just shows you that I'm reading a whole 200-page research paper on how to run a free-to-play game for my next video. So I guess I just kind of research when I feel like it, honestly. Researching is fun, and the reason why I can find so much time to research is because it's a hobby of mine to research. And for video games in general, like, I guess I do know a little bit about that. Like, I just like knowing things. I'm just a knower, you know? Anyway, I don't know if I have like a clear, concise answer to your question. The TLDR is that I spend a lot of time playing and researching gacha games because I have fun doing it. I am deadass reading through like article papers, like research papers, fucking books at this point to kind of get the information I need to make a concise video on why things in gacha games are like important or are the way that they are. Oh god, it's a lot of work, but I really have fun doing it, and I would recommend the same thing to people who want to do the same thing. This question is from your boy Yassine, who I did a collab with, which I'll put up in the little thing in the corner. I forget what they call it. Is John Cena good in King of Fighters All-Star? Yes with an F, no for but. He is the worst fist fighter in the entire game, I think, in my opinion at least. But he's still a fist fighter, which means he's still pretty high on the tier list of overall characters, but he's the worst fist fighter in the entire game. Easily, actually. I don't even think it's an opinion at this point. I think it's just objective. He's just not good in PvP content. This one comes from @Draculaver, also known as Lev, also known as the person who screamed about Sephiroth in my Sephiroth video. They say, I love your gacha content because it genuinely is not something I normally see, and so this isn't a question of like not wanting it, but you think you'll post videos about other games or other types of videos in the future. So the Hunter Persian also left an identical question, which I don't have on my list, but I know it was there and it's going to be up on the screen while I answer this question. Yeah, maybe. The door's always open for that kind of thing. I literally was having a conversation with my friend Roxy today, and I was like, maybe I should make a YouTube poop again, but like I'll never post a YouTube poop on my channel ever again. It is how I learned to video edit though, which I know, humble beginnings as they say. In any case, yeah, I think maybe one day I'll do something like about another kind of game. I don't really want to put myself into a corner where I feel like I owe people some kind of content, but I do kind of have an image that I like to personally keep up of like my content. Like, I am the gacha gaming video essay bitch, and that's how it's going to be for a while until I feel like not doing it. Again, a big motivating factor for anything I do is I felt like it, which I've actually said I felt like it a lot in my videos. If you go for some of my old videos, you'll probably see me say the phrase I felt like it like a few times. And I'm a ride the wind kind of person, so I do whatever I feel like at any given time. So yeah, like maybe non-gacha content in the future, depending on how I feel about making non-gacha content in the future. This question comes from @MarkyMiss. It is, besides your most recent video, which video have you been the most passionate or proud of? And PSI Jam asked a similar question, which video did you have the most fun making? I will always answer my previous video, because that's just how it be, how I feel about all the things that I do. I am always ascending to new heights when I create content, and that's kind of the way I like to go into making content, the way I like to feel about making content. So it will always be my most recent video. Whatever, like if I make a video next week, my favorite video that I've made is going to be that video. If I make a video in 2 weeks, my favorite video that I've made is going to be that video. And if I make a video in a month, well, you know, that video is going to be my favorite one. So yeah, I guess I don't really have a straight answer, but there are some videos that I'm obviously acutely proud of. I guess if you want an easy one, like, I mean, the algorithm kind of snatched onto my Gatekeeper video, so it does have a special place in my heart. My Vote for What on a Hero Rises video is dated at this point, but that video is still like one I had a lot of fun making, Any collab video is the videos that I have the most fun making. My video with Liv, my video with Yusin, my video with Eros, those are all way up on the videos I had the most fun making, because just collabing is so much fun. Once again, open invitation to anybody who makes content similar to mine. If you ever want to fucking collab, let's be friends, hit me up and we can chat about it. So, ask Among Us content soon, and is the exact kind of person who I don't know how to answer this question. I will just say yes, because I was in fact working on an Among Us video at one point.
So just killed Sean right in front of me.
The storage doors got closed right in front of me.
Yeah, so Matt killed it and self-reported it again.
I did not at all!
Again.
Matt!
No.
Matt!
Why else would you say it that fast and immediately? I'm sorry, I just waited you to get your piece done.
Matt, can I just say something?
What's up?
If Sarah is the imposter, Sean doesn't die. But then the footage corrupted or something, so I just stopped making it. I don't know, there's a lot of videos I just kind of stopped making, but that's fine, that's cool, that's Gucci. And Liv is back with another question. Should I put my Sephiroth amiibo in the jar, sent it anonymously? You didn't send it anonymously, my friend. But I believe Yusin already answered no, so no. The last question from my Twitter is from my friend Emmy. She says, I'm so proud of you, Kay. Thank you, Queen. As for the question, and considering my latest obsession, I want to know whether you're planning on doing a review or video analysis video on Arknights anytime soon. So, review-based content is something that I did try. I tried to get out reviews of Live a Hero and of a Gretzko puzzle, and they didn't really work out. So, I don't think I'm cut out for that kind of content, but once again, like I said to Liv earlier, I will leave the door open. I will always do things on a whim, so I could come out for a review at any point in my life ever and just enjoy the fact that I have a review out. As for an analysis, I don't think I'm qualified to analyse Arknights. I am a writer, yes, that's what I do, but I think I'm more qualified to talk about Arknights on a more technical level, because I think people will appreciate my opinions more on a more... I'm reviewing this critically as a gacha game for its mechanics standpoint. Short review of Arknights, good game, has spot, base, AA, AAA, S tier. And the last question I got was from my Curious Cat inbox. It's from Anonymous, obviously, because it's a Curious Cat question. It says, love hearing you just talk and swear, sending you all the love, always happy to see genderqueer content creators. Are there any creators inspiring you? Okay, a lot of things to unpack here. First of all, I really enjoy the fact that you specify that you love hearing me swear, because I think a big part of my image is the fact that I'm a potty mouth. So there's that, I suppose. And thank you for the love. That makes me really happy, especially to hear that you're happy to see genderqueer content creators. Like, LGBT content creators are of course a thing that is... There are a lot of LGBT content creators, but I feel like specifically in terms of gacha and fae content, there actually aren't that many. There are obviously... Of course there's a bunch of them, like a lot of people aren't that open-handed about, you know, like their sexuality, but there's that. Are there any creators inspiring you? So, I talk to JAIK a lot, and he's kind of the reason why I kind of went into this YouTube phase of like no longer like, I'm not gonna say not giving a shit, because I do give a shit about the content I create, but like I don't care what reach it has or who sees it. I just care that things I'm passionate about are out there, and talking to him about the like philosophy of like creating that kind of content really got me into the brain of making that kind of content a lot more for myself than for others, which is something I really needed to hear at the time, because as much as I'm proud of the Gatekeeper video, it kind of put me in a weird corner where I felt like I owed people responses when I kind of don't. I can do what I want. I will also say Madeline Ayal and Future Vision are LGBT content creators who work in fae stuff, who inspire me greatly. They are fucking awesome people. I love talking to them. You should check out their content right now. Click off this video and watch Future Vision and or Madeline Ayal, because they are cool as hell. And basically every other fae-tuber and every other gacha content creator, and all of those people are big inspirations for me, because being part of a community like that is an amazing way to push myself, to be myself. Oh my god, my throat. To push myself to be myself, and to just create content that is so me, you know, because the content world is so like diverse now, even in small communities like this, that I feel like I don't struggle to stand out anymore as much as I used to. And I guess in terms of, you know, researching and stuff, I kind of got into the idea of researching video essays from Corey Gaming, who does the same kind of thing that I plan on doing, but with fighting games, and his content is fucking immaculate. You should watch it if you love fighting games. There are too many content creators to inspire me. I'm inspired by the world around me. Let's just go with that. But thank you very much once again for your support, for your comment. I'm also really happy to hear that genderqueer content creators are important to you, so I'll continue to do my best for your sake and for the sake of other people who feel the same way you do. But yeah, that was the last question I had, unless like someone left a question while I was talking my ass off, which, okay, cool, they didn't. So thank you for all the questions. It makes me feel so blessed to have people like you who watch my content, like all of you. And I'm really hoping to make it to 5,000 or 10,000, probably not 10,000, maybe that's overstepping my boundaries a wee bit, but you know, 5,000 is my next big goal, so I don't know, whoever wins the Hero Rises 2021, let's just see if they put out a character that I care about, and then like we can just collect that character. So without further ado, I guess it's time to collect ALTINA. Okay, cool, we now have ALTINA. Where is she? There she is, there's ALTINA. Hey, I said I'd take the ALTINA, not that I'd keep it.